Can you all see me? Push me down in time. Oh my God. Sorry about that. I don't know what's wrong. Camera? I'm gonna have to adjust this sometime. Take to a computer repair shop. Let me see. No, sorry. Let me see if I could kind of turn this camera around. I'm sorry. No way, do I have to turn it for something in front of it, so it's not just seem like it's whatever I said. I hate that. Okay, let me see now. 5 o'clock. It's the closing of the day now. Or a little after, rather. Sorry about that. Something's wrong with my computer. I'm going to have to take it to computer repair shop right now. What's going on? But anyway, I'm going to try to broadcast for at least half an hour regardless. Okay, sorry about this. My computer is malfunctioning for some reason or another. I don't know why it is. The front and our keyboard is supposed to be facing me so that I didn't have to turn the back of the computer toward me so that you all can see me. Otherwise, I would have to have the front part and our keyboard for this one particular PC, personal computer of mine, then you all would not see me. As well as likewise, I cannot see myself. And whereas I don't want somebody else to confuse me with a character otherwise. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Reading between the lines, fill in the blanks. So therefore, with how things are with this one particular PC or personal computer of mine, whereas I have had to turn the backside of it toward me, whereas you all can see me, but I cannot see your persons for obvious reason or purposes for my person having said so stated for the record, and therefore I am going to have to take this one particular what you call PC personal computer to that of an electronic repair shop so that a technician there for wherever I go, be it for one of business facilities, personal properties that I have transacted business with in times past on a more frequent, regular basis, or be it one that I have, done little, if any, or non-business with whatsoever. Because this is most unusual. This one particular PC or personal computer of mine is, how you say, acting up. Yeah. It just could possibly mean that to be translated, to be defined as I'm going to have to, maybe get an upgrade to this particular model or make of type. So from time to time, if I turn the computer around, it would only be to try to see and thinking, and that is if I'm still connected to that being of the library's Wi-Fi. Now I could not possibly get on their own. Oh no, not to contradict myself, saying sound is fine, but I cannot for the length of time that I would wish to record. So therefore, I cannot get on their PC personal computer, because in the making of any social media broadcast, I'm going to broadcast for something like, on average, half an hour, like say that's 30 minutes. Therefore, there's going to be like something like an additional half an hour, give or take some such minutes. And whereas for the library's own PC personal computer, that any of your average citizen could possibly go about seeking general services thereof, you know, be it to research some of this matter, to broadcast content of their own. Each and every patron only has an hour per session, and that's 2 sessions per day, you know. And so I don't want a chance losing a broadcast by trying to, transmit, via the library's computer or that of a social media broadcast video in the making. Then I'm going to turn it around and see if. All right. Yeah, see, I put the bag so that everybody would think it's going about recording them. So just now I'm going to turn this back around, you all. For a library, as a matter of fact, the school and business hub of our own city. Not that this was supposed to be the content of this present social media broadcast of video regarding make a reference to that of a malfunctioning of one of my own PC personal computers. This here. Because there was not, AC, DC outlet here at the table. AC. Anyway, though, and moving right on. Sorry, I got a little stain on my shirt here. I was brushing up my teeth. I was wearing this here shirt. Looks like something that you could make a purchase of as in buy in Mexico, as they would call it, in Spanish for their own country. Along from Puerto Rican and Indian, etc. But I was feeling rather uncomfortable in this t-shirt. No, not that I was fearing some kind of, Mexican drug cartel who confused me with being a member of one of his rivals. Look, you got the red, white, and blue patriotic colors. I took it off because my arm was hurt. I said, I don't want to get into specific details unless maybe damn hell or to partake of this present social media broadcast. Breaking a part of my physical body, for my course, it's causing me pain. And I'm quite suspicious now. That maybe one of the likes of the worst of my worst, likes of the worstest of maybe from damn hell characters for the worst or even worse or for one of the worstest neighborhoods where I'm at now as a resident tenant paying annual monthly rent, utilities, etc. Could have possibly done a number on me as sabotage a part. Sorry about that, you all. As in sabotaging part of my general physical body, for the part in question. Whereas now I may have to be paying another visit to a local hospital in time, for obvious reasons or purposes. For my person having said so in mistaken information. That's how it's saying. Everybody must see pictures. Okay. You see, okay, here we go. Sorry about that again. I say, apologize. I'm not in control of that as it is the atmosphere of these primitive properties. I'm on a patron for some such myself, as you all know. I'm on a patron for that being. Should I do a quick Jackson music cameo of improvisation, innovation? It doesn't matter if you're black or white. And some of that, not that I would be meaning to be confused with a character. You know, let's say with a character. Not that would be meaning with a character. Some such time. Seems like everybody wants to get to pictures of something. You get to see the reflecting upon a news reporter, news journalist trying to get out the latest current events, and somebody walking on the sidewalk as a pedestrian steps in front of the camera. Whereas some just getting on the time, and whereas the news reporter has to inform one's personal photographer to reposition the camera, electronic equipment in question. Now, where was I? Oh, yes, I was speaking upon how that meant thought that my school bag come up missing, but then I just remember I got it in front of my PC, personal computer, then because it was acting up, as I explained much earlier. But getting back to what I was trying to say, and moving right along, yes. Not that was for me the content of the presence of the rapper, as I was saying. I'm gonna try to wrap this up. So many I'm broadcasting. Now let me see how more minutes while we'll close out. Okay. I'm making good time. About another 15 minutes or so. It takes. So as you all have noticed, I have gone about that naming the presence of the broadcast video as it is, hopefully not. What content of it would be in due regard reference to that, pertaining regarding or making reference to any part of the area for that being which would be, composing my physical body or would be related to some such, God forbid, because I could only broadcast so much of, info or intel in regard or in reference to myself unless I'm prying eyes and ears want to attempt to take advantage of the situation, unless I'm disclosing in specific details to a licensed physician, licensed social worker, or a licensed attorney as a lawyer, and constable for that matter. That's the British word for, a member of the law enforcement community, as the Americans call someone or such one as that of a public servant, a police officer. Anyway, moving right along. So, and as I think of it, that my attention is to try to backtrack here, put try to go on about people when that fast just that being of a former police fire, you know. So I kind of like, you know, whereas I was feeling okay at first before I had showed up to these properties at a public facility of one of the branch libraries throughout the city. Members that we have it in the Midwest of the USA. As a matter of fact, it is that of the headquarters library branch within a school and business hub of the fair city of the great metropolis, or for that, you know, which is within the city limits of metropolitan Chicago, USA. Before that, I was feeling more or less okay, though I was still feeling kind of up on the web. But the very minute I get here, all of a sudden, this pain in my physical body, it had increased before it now seemed to have somewhat subsided. I don't know if it's a result of me taking this t-shirt off that I had shown you all earlier, you know, for my upper torso of my physical body, or maybe being because what pain relievers I had taken much earlier could have possibly, you know, from there finally kicked in, unless, you know, it had wore off and by me kind of massaging that part of my physical body from my torso, maybe that could have something to do with it society, but I'm still feeling the pain. So eventually, quite naturally, I am going to have to pay a visit to a local medical facility for a vicinity area in the community if it starts to really increase, you know, the feelings once again of symptom of that thing. And as it could possibly relate to something other of a nature, you know, like a toothache, you know, okay, been there, done that, don't do it again. As a matter of fact, I have had, you know, more than quite a few of my teeth pulled on short notice as an emergency situation. Though at one time, you know, I had gotten front teeth knocked out, robbery or whatever you want to call it, you know. But I have managed to keep some of my teeth in my mouth until I could once again go back to work and speak, you know, upon those matters now that it comes back, so that I could, you know, make a purchase at a dental office, you know, before licensed dentists to have implants, not just for ones placing the mouth into the chicken kind that, you know, some partial that Medicaid cover or the whole, you know, top and bottom level. But in order for that to be covered, they would have to take all your remaining teeth out your mouth. You know, public aid, department of insertion. I said, no, I'm not going for that. So I just have to wait until my money starts to look a little more better than funny, hopefully. And yeah, I get a side hustle that long job, otherwise all that's legit as illegal, so I can make a purchase or something. Some of such, because what I'm hearing with partials, man, it could go up to a whopping 2 or 3 grand, at least you know, a buck 50, you know, 1,500 for one, you know, one of those replacement teeth of artificial, you know, make or model. And I said, are you freaking kidding me? It looked like I myself could possibly be about to become a millionaire because that's the price tag that only the rich can afford. You know? So public aid does not do, you know, so much as it could take care of the poor needy. General services is that thing, you know. So you can only imagine how I can relate to other, you know, physical, medical health issues or mental ones for that matter. But then I think you all know that they had closed practically, if not possibly, all the mental health centers throughout the city, where you got a lot of nutcases just, ripping and running through the streets, being unsupervised, being well, that's not exactly the word I had in mind, but they're being unchaperoned. No, they're ripping and running through the streets without any kind of medical attention being given them for their mental health as a result of the developments of all these different, most if not all, like many countries, mental health centers have been closed throughout the city, whereas anything, they would have to seek the services of a licensed shrink, upon the premises properties of a local vicinity area neighborhood community hospital. So, how much more the services would be dragged for those who would be desperately needing some of such, you know, as a result of the development of more than quite a few of these mental health centers being closed. I mean, don't get me wrong, I used to see a strength myself, but as a psychologist, mainly mostly as a psychiatrist, I just read on my person that said so, and because I don't want to become somebody's experimental human lab monkey project, if you know what I mean. Anyway, though, a lot of these mental health centers have closed, and up under the former political administration of, Mayor Lori Lightfoot, whereas I hear tell that she had played a major hand in closing some of such. Like saying, why would you want to do that? It's not a, you know, crazy person, a stupid and sick individual ripping around through the streets. Like, as I'm hearing it years ago, there's one of these nutcases that literally actually stabbed the doctor, for something to the health facility. I'm trying to see how much time I have left. He himself had actually stabbed the doctor, gave the doctor some stabbing action. I can't remember what was the result of the developments. I didn't keep up with the current events or news headline story. I can't remember what had happened from there because I didn't. Well, hopefully the doctor survived that incident. I don't know. And speaking of doctors, I'm gonna have to pay a visit to, as I was saying, to a local CGA neighborhood community hospital. Because a certain part of my body is killing me. Well, hopefully not literally actually killing me, but it's caused me a great amount of pain, as I suspect it could have something to do with my present version of maybe some health. The worst kind sort of type. I say worse, only being for a worse neighborhood of the worstest kind or one of the worstest neighborhoods. My bad, like that. Make that correction. Being that because these neighbors, they are more creepy or creepier, however you say it. So I have to keep my ears open that much more just in case some of them may want to make like something more or someone more than a party crasher. If you know what I mean, read between lines for the next ad, I say, attempt to come off like a character of a home invader or intruder. And from there, I would have to put on, my, what do you call it, Muhammad Ali or Mike Tyson boxing gloves, among other things, to resort to my rights and privileges as an American citizen and as a citizen of the global community to exercise self-defense, just in case the police don't come soon enough, especially for where I'm at now, and not just one of the worst, but one of the worst vicinity area neighborhood communities. Where before then I was in one where it was not only multiracial, but it was less poverty stricken and less crime ridden. Now I'm in one where it's just more like predominantly of the ethnic minority and more poverty stricken, more crime ridden one for city area neighborhood community city. And as a result of developments of the likes of a neighbor from downhill put the script upon me where I was at before, I had to relocate my personal space belonging to possession elsewhere. And whereas he flipped the script on me, managing to convince the real estate administrative representative personnel to give me the walking papers that he himself should have received, and being of which was something similar to an eviction notice, where to be commonly called and commonly known as a non-renewal of the apartment rental lease agreement memo document of paperwork. After I had went through all the proper policies and procedures and protocol, state my grievances as he complained about his daily and or nightly routine of not only violating his apartment rental lease, but disrespecting or disregarding, how I said, my rights and privileges as his fellow neighbor, another resident tenant, you know. And whereas he was the likes of one of the noisier proverbial neighbors from downhill, Republicans and problem neighbors for that neighborhood compared to where I'm at now, or you know, or the likes being that I have to be borrowed with now, being of the more creepy neighbors from downhill, Republicans and problem neighbors, one of the worst or one of the worstest essentially every neighborhood communities, you know, altogether different from where I was at before. Yeah. And to wrap things up, last I got kind of distracted for just a minute. Not that I mean sound like I'm contradicting myself, you know, because the whole line of what I was saying, I'm trying to remember how I get on that before I was took my focus attention away, you know. But anyway, yeah. So, oh yes, I was saying how I suspect that one of the likes of these proverbial neighbors from down here where I'm at now could have played a major part. And watch out for the cooler man. Florida. Anyway, as I suspect that proverbial neighbors could have possibly played a major hand in causing me to have this present physical malady or physical ailment, however you say it. So I'm going to get it checked out as soon as possible. I hope it's soon enough because when your physical body is trying to send signals your way, signs that something is wrong, you should think to take care of that or pay attention like ASAP as soon as possible because it could be something even worse yet, if you know what I mean. On the last note of interest, I guess I will be closing out, you know, and get back with you all soon, especially at the closing of the day, you know. Yes. Yes, it is the branch library. I'm going to type up this here. And then close out. Anyway, I'd just like to say this. instead of me like a big old blank stomach. Okay. I'll be frozen. Overall, see until I get this computer fixed. My own personal perspective. Anyway, though, I hope that you have gotten something out of what was said, stated, for the record. And if and when, I will holler at you later. But then, if you have not gotten Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, I will hope that you would think to do so now while the blood is still running warm in the veins. I recognize and realize what He Himself had done and did upon the cross of Calvary and Rome, suffering at the hands of some such Roman soldiers, being advice who were up under orders of this period and otherwise. But then, nevertheless, He gave His life upon the cross of Calvary to become the perfect sacrifice, the only sacrifice for you as well as for me. See, my computer, see what I mean? I'm going to have to put it in a computer repair shop, See, whereas you all cannot see me, neither can I see you all unless I was to turn it around, see. Whereas, if I turn it, whereas the front and the keyboard be facing me, you all cannot see me, neither can I see you all. But if I turn it where the back of my computer, is facing me, you all can see me, but still I cannot see y'all for obvious reasons or purposes. For my person having said so, we're going to take a rocket science, this or my brain surgeon to figure out what I was saying. I was trying to say, so I'm going to put it in a computer repair shop. I'll get back to closing, as I was saying, and wrap these up. Whereas, unless you accept Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, you cannot begin to become subject to experiencing any of the blessings at hand, not even in this world, not to mention for the next. Whereas, if at some given moment in time or another, your person, were to make that transition for the great beyond, you do not have that being of the blood sacrifice of His salvation upon within your soul, then your final destination will be left by damn hell. For that is such a given moment in time. Because God is not to be mocked. What you sow is what you shall reap. You don't have that blood sacrifice of our Lord and Savior Christ upon within your soul. I don't care what Oprah Winfrey has said, or anybody else for that matter, because God is not to be mocked. What you sow is what you shall reap. All roads do not lead to heaven. Only the blood sacrifice of salvation, or the only fire insurance for the lake of fire, the damn hell be found in our Lord and Savior Christ, the Messiah, the deliverer, can or could possibly permit you entrance into the kingdom of heaven. You all take care and be safe, be blessed, not stressed. Peace, love, joy, and happiness. And I'll holler at you later. Until then, we out. Peace.